Hey, what's up there, peoples? Part 2 of tutorial. This is the advanced. Before I go into this one, I'll explain about the last one I did. I explained about installing Ubuntu on a USB flash drive, not putting the CD files onto here, and leaving the file system on this as FAT32. What I did was erased FAT32, put the Linux operating system on here, the actual full installation Linux operating system, not the CD try operating system, which meaning when you boot it up it comes with the installation and it says try Ubuntu without installing, or similar to that. I've actually done the installation off a CD, done the installation like normal, and when it's told me to erase, like there's a radio button and partly on the installation saying erase and use entire disk, and I chose, instead of choosing the internal, I chose this. So basically, yeah, it's got Linux on it, the full installation. So let's boot it up. I just gotta quickly plug it into this. I use IT because I'm recording with a mobile phone, so that's plugged into an extension so you can see what's going on. Yeah, let's start that up. So I'll explain about this. So this is basically just a normal Linux operating system on it, but except it's on a removable drive, not a USB HDD or like what I booted off before, or the internal. So I'm just going to load that up. Let's go with the bootloader, so we'll push enter on that because that's the first one, is the Linux operating system on this. Now it's just scanning all the files, or like what it does on, just give it some time. So yeah, this was an experiment for me. Obviously I thought it would go slow, but to my surprise it went pretty fast. So I was going to erase it because I thought it was going to go slow, because my mate had a difficulty with his one when he installed Ubuntu on his 8 gig. But when I installed Ubuntu on my 4 gig, which is this one, well, I didn't have any problems and it didn't go as slow as this one. So yeah, I'm keeping it, So it asks me for a password, so I'll just put you down for a minute. So let's just put you down. Hang on. You see, it's on the trial installation, or well, when you copy the installation from a CD to the USB, so make a bootable USB like that. It doesn't come up with the login. It just goes straight in and it comes up, what do you want to do? And yeah, so basically I've installed it just for proof. So it's booting up. Now the advanced thing I'm going to show you, but I just showed you first the basics, like just, when you first install, you got to do your own stuff. I've installed Compass Config Settings Manager, which is the main one I'll be showing you guys today. Now, when I say that, the main thing, I usually showed you fellas the cube, you know how you do the woohoo, how the cube does its little dance, or whatever you want to call it. Now I've got a different Skydome image. It's not the same as on the head before. It's a different Skydome image and different settings, because this is not the operating system on here. This is the operating system on a flash drive, so I can make different settings than the one on my thing. The other one I discovered was desktop zoom, and this comes in handy because sometimes you might wanna. Well, this is a pathetic one, but it's still in theory. Right, I'm gonna need 2 hands for this. So how am I gonna do this? Right, okay. I'll put the mouse. I've got the mouse. I'll put it on the left side so I can. So basically, you got to use your. Hang on. You just got to use your left Windows key, sort of the Windows key on your thing. You where is it? There it is, right there. Well, it could be positioned differently on your keyboard, but it's there on mine. The key by the Alt, and you hold that down, and then you use your mouse wheel if you got one, and it zooms in pretty close. And this is good for visually impaired people, because they usually use a magnifier. Because you know I got a couple of visually impaired mates who are interested in Linux, so this is sort of helpful for them, because since they've got low vision, they can't hardly see. So yeah, I mean, when they're watching movies, of course, you don't stand there, you zoom out like that. You know, just use your, I use it with one hand. It's easy to use it with two hands, but since I've got one hand on recording and using that to hold up my camera well, my mobile phone can't hover in the air. So yeah, so that's one of the features that Compass does. Just let me shut that down. Or it's even worse, let's use Alt Control and let's use the right arrow, and that just flicks me to another desktop. For the ones who didn't watch the Linux tutorial, and if this is your first one, I just used the cube to flick me to another desktop. But anyway, let's open up Compass. Well, open up Compass Config Settings Manager. Interesting way. Well, it's normal, but it's a bit interesting in the effects. So let's push Preferences. As you can see, it sort of did a fade in, plus it sort of did a bit dreamy. Oops, I clicked the wrong one. No, we don't want that. So let's try that again. Click. Oh, that just went right in. See that one did a bit of a fade. Well, that wasn't a good fade, but there we are. Right. Under Effects, you got Animations, and under Animations, which is this one, you can't see the text because of my on. Oh, actually, hang on. I got desktop zoom, so this time I can actually benefit. I'm going to leave it zoomed in, just so you can follow. See, it might be a bit big, but who cares? See, we've got zoom desktop. That's what we use. So under Effects, keep on scrolling down. We got no, we don't got the minimize effects. Under Effects, we got Animations right there. So this is zoomed in. So under Animations, these are the animations that you can use. This is under, well, when you first go under it, this is the this is under Open. So if I open certain programs, this is what it come up with. So you got Magic Lamp, you got Magic Lamp, you got Curved Fold, so a fold thing. You got Fade, you got Wave, so like it does. You got Zoom, so like it comes in. You got it's a sidekick, so I don't know what that one is. Well, I've got it enabled, but I don't know what that one actually relates to. Horizontal fold, which folds horizontally. Dream, which sort of does it in a dreamlike state, like it sort of fades into a dream. You know how you got the blackness, you know how you sleep and you got the blackness before you start dreaming. It's just not there. So yeah, there's all the effects that it does. So we'll just do a bit of a zoom out. Yep. Now we'll do a minimize and we'll see what effect comes up. I've got it on random for all of them, and I've enabled all of them. So we'll see what comes up for minimize. So that's basically sort of, well, not faded, but sort of thinged into the background. I don't know what that one thing is. Probably. Oh, that one sort of did that one's did the same thing. Hang on. This is a bit tricky. Yep. So what is that? Oh, that's done the same effect. So let's bring it back up again. Magic Lamp. That's my favorite actually. And then bring it back up. So yeah, you can do a lot of stuff, and you can set the timing of the effects, like how, the duration, how long you want it to go for. I set it to the longest because it trips me out, eh? And when it comes to Linux, I know that Linux is alright. I don't need to sort of worry too much, I don't really need a rush. If I want to rush, I just use Windows, which I rarely use now because I'm switched over to a Linux user. So yeah, that's a couple of things that Compass can use. Probably some more things, but I'm still tooling around with it, and I'm loving it. So sweet. And so I hope this tutorial helps you in a way. I know it's not the best out there, but it's one of them. So sweet. Cheers, Latin.